Hi, I'm Jonathan Ward, and for our statistics project, we analyzed three very distinct housing markets for Portland, Boston, and San Diego. Now, in 2006 and 2007, there was a housing market crash which rendered a lot of homeowners underwater. And the term underwater refers to when you have a balance that exceeds the current market value of the loan you have. But interestingly enough, if someone in Boston bought a home in 2000, that would have been a wise investment. Because in 2000, the mean housing price was 108.24, and even at the lowest point in the economic crash, housing prices only fell to 151.61, which is still higher than someone from Boston would have originally paid. So, that being said, if at the height of the economic crash they wanted to sell their house, they could have potentially sold a profit if they could have found a buyer. Now, in Boston, housing prices peaked in about 2005 at 179.63. And housing prices finally reached an all-time low in 2011 at 151.61. Now, that being said, housing prices are steadily beginning to increase again, and as of 2012, they began their initial upward trajectory and are now at around 200.16. I can make the same conclusion for Portland and San Diego as I did for Boston. Housing prices are indeed rising. But that being said, house prices in San Diego have yet to reach the peak they were at in 2007, while in Portland, the house mean price has surpassed the 2007 numbers. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that San Diego is doing worse off than the other two. One could infer that due to the high population amount, housing prices do have to stay high. An interesting fact I learned was that the street name can affect the housing price. According to the New York Times, houses and streets with unusual names could have a higher market value placed on them. For example, a single-family home on a street named Main Court would be worth 75% more than houses not located on Main Court. Per Business Insider and the United States Census Bureau, the most common street name in the United States is 2nd Street, and they valued that a home on this street would be valued 48% less than the national average, and if you were to spell out 2nd Street, it increased to 60% less than the national average. As you can see, we were in a deep economic crash and housing prices are slowly beginning to rise out. Is it a good time to buy a house? That I can't answer for you. But I can confidently say that we are slowly beginning to increase and things are starting to look good again. I hope you learned something, and thank you.